What are the costs? Yeah, costs are high. Carrefour is actually investing something like 18 million euros a year in the CRM system. Which means that they pay infrastructure, IT infrastructure, so cloud storage, IT infrastructure, database development and software, so CRM software to analyze the data. So you have to take into account hardware and software components, but you have also to take into account call centers, the advisors, humans that interact with the customers. You have to invest into development of chatbot, knowledge management, data mining, and e-commerce functions if you integrate e-commerce. You have to integrate people costs because all these people have to be recruited and they have to be trained. Customer-oriented firm has to develop people who are able to interact great value to customers. There are process costs related to market segmentation, data analysis, selling process, and the campaign management process. And finally, if you have loyalty programs in terms of rewards, these rewards have costs. This has also to be taken into account. These rewards, if you take the example of Carrefour, you get money on the loyalty card, and for every euro paid to a customer on the loyalty card, Carrefour has to pay €1. So these rewards are costly. Or if you offer services, for example, in a hotel, you might get an upgrade if you're a loyalty program member. These upgrades have some costs. They also have to be put on the side of customer relationship management. There are different cost elements. So before thinking of raising an approach, you have to think about the cost side. The costs can be quite high. But the costs are, on the other hand, investment. You take the example of service recovery. This approach is costly. But on the other hand, you see the positive outcomes. So you see that if you have a good service recovery, you make customers loyal. And this brings you benefits on the long term, which is conceptualized under the CLV, or customer lifetime value concept. On the other hand, if you have bad service, you have no loyalty, and this is actually what is happening a lot today. Customers are not loyal because brands don't really deserve to have loyal customers, because brands are not doing a lot for the customers to make them loyal. That is why these investments make customers more loyal, and it's an investment on the long term and not on the short term. Today it's a little bit a kind of dilemma of CRM, because a lot of firms use CRM with short-term benefits, but you don't have short-term benefits. CRM aims at having long-term benefit, precisely loyalty and precisely customer lifetime value, which are long-term benefits. That's very important to retain. It's important to think about the cost of CRM, which benefits can be brought on the long term. So in summary, two key elements of CRM are a CRM application that spans sales, marketing, and service functions through analytical CRM and through operational CRM. Once these elements are identified, it's important to calculate the benefit or return on investment, ROI, and we have to decide if this investment is worthwhile. Investment for the firm, but also investment on the individual level. This depends naturally on the firm strategy. If you're a low-cost player, as EasyJet or Ryanair, it makes no sense to invest into CRM, and because everybody is similar, customers have the similar aim or purchase motivation. They want to have the lowest price. So it makes no sense to analyze the data to understand these customers better. On the other hand, if you're a firm that differentiates, so who wants to create high value for the customers, not based on low price strategies, it is important to understand the customers, and then it might be worthwhile to invest into CRM software and data mining in order to understand customers better, and in order to engage into personalization approaches to better satisfy the customer. That is why building a complete customer database incorporating all the relevant customer information from different departments and different sources is crucial for successful analytical CRM projects. Data coming from purchase behavior, coming from geographical location, coming from social media, coming from nowadays Internet of the Things, so smart connected objects, are the key to better understand the customers, to have complete information about the customers, to analyze the data, and to personalize subsequently the relationship. And then in the second step, once you have defined your segment, you will deploy operational CRM by deciding which media you use for which customer, to which customers you fix priority resource allocation. So all this is then decided in the operational CRM approach.